Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday. Ooh, I just thought I'd come on here, go live. I haven't gone live in a while. See what my lovely people got going on. Check in with y'all. Let y'all know what I've been up to, what I done had going on, not going on. Sitting here doing some laundry. I got to print off some documents for tomorrow appointments, because I do have several appointments tomorrow. I just thought I'd come on here right quick, check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. Let y'all know I'm still here. If you've been concerned, like, what is Nikki been up to? We ain't seen her, we ain't heard from her. Like, I've been going through it, y'all, for real. Been going through it, but I'm okay now. Thank God. Been doing a lot of self-reflection and a lot of work. Trying to make sure I'm good. Make sure everything's fine, emotionally and everything. And I said I'll come on here and share with you all what I've been dealing with. I know I had posted a video a couple days ago about, dating when you're in your 40s and how dating can be, a little challenging when you get older, and, red flags to look for, and, making sure you know what you want. That's what that video was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, content is one thing, but lived experiences is another. So I felt that video would be helpful to a lot of people who might be, after Valentine's Day, people get lonely. People, start sinking into depression. Where I'm at, the seasons are changing. It's now getting warm again outside. I think people should get outside, especially if you're going through a depression state. You suffer with depression or mental unclarity. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very important to find outdoor activities. I also think it's important not to be by yourself. A lot of times we find when you get a certain age, you're older, you find yourself alone a lot. You don't find, you may not have as many friends, so therefore, your life looks a little different from when it did when you were younger. So that's why I think it's good to like Google local walking trails if you are a person that loves nature. I don't think it's the perfect time to be, out shopping, spending money. But if that's your thing to go window shopping, window wishing, like they say, I think that's something else that's good to do and healthy to try to do is window shop. Go out to different stores, start content, sharing your experiences, sharing your thoughts, sharing some of the things that you actually been through that could possibly help other people. And that's all that I try to do is share my life experiences with people, and hoping that, you see the true, authentic me, sharing my experiences with people and what I got going on and how I was able to get through those things by sharing, how I was able to get through those things, and that I am a real person just like you. And, life happens, disappointments happen in life, and, you just got to learn how to push through and keep going, keep pushing through, keep redefining yourself, keep reinventing yourself to be the version of the person that you always wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason why, my channel is Life with Nikki D. I share with you a number of things that I have going on and that I do each day. But I felt like it was time for me to take my content a little bit more in depth, because I know it's a lot of people out there hurting. So it's a little bit of story time. I tell you all what I had going on while I sit here and peel this orange and talk to you all about what I had going on. So Bill, a couple weeks ago, I was going through something really, really hard, really, really challenging, and I found myself like in a really bad space, and I felt like no one really truly understood, and I was trying to find help, and that's when I found the company 988. That's the information I shared with you all in that video, for which I took that video down. I just privated it. I didn't take it down, but I just privated it because I felt like I was being a little vulnerable, a little bit too more vulnerable than I really wanted to be at the time, so I took it down. But I'm here to talk about it today for who all who want to listen. If you're going through something in life and you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, nobody understands, there are many resources out there that you can call and talk to someone for free. You don't have to have therapy, even if you don't have insurance. Um, that will help you talk through it. You know, so you ain't got to feel like you by yourself. We all family on this planet. Let's make Earth into five. Yeah, thank you, Outward Key. Yeah, this is a very important because a lot of people suffer in silence. And you, although they're getting up, going to work every day, they might even be your coworker. You don't know exactly that they're suffering. They're going through things at home in their life. And I feel like a lot of times we feel like we by ourselves and we're not by ourselves. So for me getting on here talking about it, hopefully that this video reaches someone that's going through it right now, because it is the weekend. You know, you might be spending if you're single, even if you're married, you might be in a marriage where you feel by that you by yourself. But if you're single, you don't have, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatnot, that you know that's yours. You know what I'm saying? You may feel alone. Sunday is where I'm at, is beautiful outside. And you in home by yourself, or whatever. But I just felt like I just wanted to let you all know that you're not alone and that there is someone out there that you could talk to. The thing, you just got to be an advocate for yourself. You got to learn to speak up for yourself. And a lot of times when you're in a dark place, you don't have the strength to speak up for yourself because you're in such a dark place. It's like you fighting for your existence. You fighting to get through that dark space in your life, and that can be hard at times. It can be extremely challenging and extremely hard. So that's why it's important to have healthy food, like living food around you, like oranges, bananas, anything that has life, anything that has a seed to have and eat and put in your body. Not junk food, not highly processed food. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but it's true. And in order to feed your soul, you have to have something living to feed your soul. So if you are a believer, going to church, being around, believers like such yourself can help you get through it. But like I was saying, if you don't, you're an introvert, and you more like to deal with stuff like when you're going through stuff, you're in a low mood, you really can't be around people. The resources that I share with you all are very helpful for you to contact someone. So like I said, 988 is not just for crisis, not for somebody who want to, no longer be here. They have a hotline. 988 is free. Dial 988 and you can talk to someone. They are trained professionals that you just need to talk. If you've had a bad day, call 988. They will listen to you. So they will listen to you and they won't judge you. They are very empathetic. They're very kind and they're very gentle. And you can call them as many times as you want. You can. I have several numbers. If you want, I can give you that you can call people. If you're dealing with something right now today, you feel all alone, and this video, thank God this video was pushed to you. And I'm gonna keep talking until I feel like this video will get pushed out to more and more people. That I normally suffer in silence when I'm suffering. Yeah, most people do. And I was suffering in silence for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? Until I couldn't take it no more. Because a lot of people depend on us to be strong all the time. That's not fair. Nobody can be strong all the time. Nobody. So for other people like our loved ones to think that we supposed to be strong, we're not supposed to be vulnerable, we're not supposed to be weak. That's not fair to us. And I think we got to learn to give ourselves grace as well, as we, along with our family members, got to give us grace. So we got to learn to give them grace, and we got to learn to receive grace. And that means that when we didn't take a break from everybody and everything, we should be granted that. If you do all the cooking, you do all the cleaning, you do all this, you should have a day where you don't have to do anything, especially if you're going through. Because I feel like if you're going through, you can't perform to your best capacity when you're going through. When your mind ain't there, your body there, but your mind ain't there, it's not going to be successful. You're not going to have a very good outcome. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, having someone that you could talk to that's not your family members, because maybe it's your family members that's stressing you out. Maybe it's your family members that's giving you a hard time. Maybe it's your loved one. Maybe it's not your loved one. Maybe you're going through a heartache. It's all different things. And I do have that information if y'all would like that information of numbers that y'all can call, that you could talk to someone today. You know what I'm saying? That could just listen to you. If you just need someone to listen to, You need to talk and have someone listen to, not just give you output that I can give you that information. Because sometimes all we need is someone to listen to us. Because you ever realize, like, sometimes you get around people, because I'm not a very talkative person, but sometimes you get around people, and as soon as you get around, they just blah, 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 mouth will go mile a minute. And that's an automatic indicator to me that they don't have anyone to talk to, because they're trying to get it all out, right? Just all out in one sitting. And I'm more like, I kind of grudge, because I have trust issues, so I kind of gradually try to I have to really learn people. You know what I'm saying? I have to really get to know and engage it if I could trust you or not with what I internally feel, because my feelings, emotions are real. Like, I really am a sensual person, and I really care a lot about people. I care too much sometimes, so I don't never be the person, if I first meet you, tell you my whole life story. I never will. It's still people that don't even know that I may not even be married. People still think I'm married. People may not even know if I have a man. People might not even know I have children. I don't share a lot of stuff with, even on here. I don't even share that I have children. I don't share their age. I don't share anything. Because you have to be very protective of that. Because I know when people start putting other people like inside, especially social media content, start putting other people in your business, then that can affect your family members. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to be very protective and respectful of them, and don't include them in my videos or what I talk about. I just talk about me. Life with Nikki D. It's my life. It's what I'm dealing with. So that's something else. Like I said, these videos right here can help a lot of people if you just really utilize them to the best of your ability, and it get across to someone and help them dealing with what they're going through right now. Because a lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are going through. I was on a Zoom call last night that I'm part of, and it's supposed to be a safe place for us to go and just everybody just talk openly about what they feeling, what they're going through, and just to hear some of them things some people are going through, you would never, never, never imagine that they were dealing with, because they looking like me, like they're sitting at home watching television, with a family meal, and they're hurting. They are actually hurting. They are actually crushed inside, and you wouldn't even know it. But that call, or having that someone to talk to, or someone outside the immediate circle to talk to and just sit there and listen, and all we did was just let them pour out their feelings. Everybody that got on the call that talked, we just was quiet and allowed them to get it all out. Although we had a set amount of time that we was on the call, we still, anybody that wanted to come up to the podium and talk, we allowed them, we respected them to talk. And sometimes that helps, even if it's for an hour, that helps. That's why I said with these numbers that I have, these resources that I have, you could call as many as these resources that you need to. If you got to call them everyone, like everyone might have like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to for each counselor or representative to talk to you. If you need to call someone, hang up with one resource, call another resource, hang up with another resource, call another resource. That's what you got. Excuse me. That's what you got to do. You just got to do what you got to do, and I feel like that's very important, because, like I said, a lot of us just need someone to talk to. We just need to talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes what you're going through, you might have to get on medication, but you need to find a therapist. BetterHelp is another therapist that another company that I did years ago. I have a therapist now that I go and sit down in person and talk with. I try to have a therapy session at least once a week, because every week is new challenges. It's never just say, okay, this is over now. This is, because not to say the same thing is the same. Every week is something different. What I'm trying to say. So I feel like having a therapist talk to a therapist every week is helpful. But I also feel like having all these additional resources is extremely helpful, because, like I said, I only talk to my therapist once a week. So all the other days of the week, I still be struggling with stuff. I still be having things that come up, my triggers. Although I thought my triggers were one thing, my triggers are now something else. So therefore, my triggers puts me in a place where I can't function like how I normally function. So therefore, I had to find out these resources. So whenever I finish just eating this orange, I'm gonna tell you what the resources are. If you stick around in this video, in this live, I will give you the resources for you to, write them down and contact them, because I know this video is going to help somebody in the long run get through what they're going through, because you feel like you're all alone. You feel like don't nobody understand. You've already told your mama them, your sister them, your cousin them, your brother them, what you're going through, and they still don't understand. They telling you this, they telling you that, and they're only telling you to the best of their ability, what they know, how they deal with stuff. But everybody don't deal with stuff the same way. Like, I'm the type of person, I want to talk about it over and over and over and over and over again till I'm tired of talking about it. Till I'm tired of talking about it. That's how I deal with it. That's how I heal. You know what I'm saying? I always tell my children, like I always say in all my videos, in order to heal, you have to deal with it. You can't push it. You can't drug it away. You can't sex it away. You can't drink it away. You have to learn how to deal with what you're going through in order to heal, or it's going to always be there. It's going to always be there. So therefore, that's why I said having someone to talk to. If you feel like you have to have a therapist, and then that therapist will help you get on medication, if that's what you feel like you need to do, that's what you feel like you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Based off their trained experience. You know what I'm saying? Medication ain't the answer for everybody, but some people really do need to go to seek therapy. And the only way to find out what's really going on with you is to go to therapy or talk to someone who is trained in this field to can better help you get through your thoughts, to help you better understand why are you feeling this way. Like I always said on some of my posts, some of the things that we find ourselves in is because we put ourselves in those situations. Now, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a trained professional, I'm just talking on life experience. All my talks and videos about life lived experiences. And I'm just telling you what I go through. I know what my triggers are. So, like I said, a couple months ago, my triggers was XYZ. This month, my triggers is ABC. So you have to learn what your triggers are in order to get past, in order to deal and get past what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you think trauma that you're dealt with when you're younger age, it comes back up. So you might have forgot something because of trauma when you was younger. I heard this one saying one time. I cannot remember who said it. It said, "You live your whole adult life trying to get over your childhood, the trauma in your childhood," and that's so true. And I may not be saying the way they said it, but it's the truth. You live your whole adulthood trying to get over your childhood, and that's so true. It's so freaking true. All right, things you thought that didn't bother you as a child bother you as an adult right now. Like your relationships, the reason why your relationships are the way they are, I promise you, it goes back to childhood. I promise you. I promise you. And I just me going off base lived experiences. Everything I'm telling you is about lived experiences. Everything that I experienced, everything I overcame, everything that I went through is based off of lived experiences. And I'm just telling you, that's why y'all have not seen me, y'all have not heard from me, because your girl was going through it. I'm like seriously going through it, and I had to get to a space where I was feel healthy enough to even present myself and put myself forward. Because a couple days ago, I couldn't even get out of bed. I literally was in the bed. My daughter was like, "You gonna be in bed all day?" I was like, "Probably so." Probably so. That's why I'm tearing this orange because I have not been eating. I have not had an appetite. Um, so I was hungry. My body was depleted. I was barely drinking, barely eating, barely functioning. I was getting up doing what I needed to do because what was required of me, like we said, we suffer in silence. But when I got to doing what was required of me, I was back in that bed, back in my room, back in the bed. I didn't have TV on. I really wasn't on my phone because the algorithm on these devices will keep feeding you stuff. If you start typing it, like say if you type in something about taxes, most of your feed gonna be about taxes. If you type in something about relationships, most of your feed gonna be about relationship. So I had to just get off social media because everything that I was typing up, doing research on was coming back up, and that was being my triggers. So sometimes when you hear people say, "Oh, I had to get off social media for a while," I'm 9 out of 10. That's what they mean because this system, these algorithms are so freaking smart that they know when the let me see. Say one of the biggest and first owners. Truth is scary. Yeah, truth is scary, Clayton. Y'all have to ignore the spammers in the comments. Like that's just what it's gonna be. People gonna come in here and say foolishness. That's just what they're doing. But you just don't know what I done aim overcome. You can't say nothing in these comments because it took a lot of strength and endurance for me to come out of that what I just came out of. So I don't care what you're talking about. And that's the truth. But I was going through it. I'm sure. Yeah, people do have alternative motives. Sad but true. They're right. I don't know what you're talking about, snap shooter. You care about me. I care about everybody. Can you shut up my name? Can you can you shout me out? My name is Nova. Hey Nova. Hey Nova. Hope you having a good day. Just going back trying to read some of my comments. Yeah, y'all please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Uh-oh, let me see here. I ain't mean to do that. Sorry. Trying to go back to the see here. Yeah, I pinned your comment outward key. Thank you so very much if you still in the live. Please hit the like button, y'all. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I just want to come on here. I'm going to start giving you all that information. I'm gonna try to find it right quick. Give y'all that information in case y'all need someone to talk to. Ooh, excuse me. And you'll have it. So just give me one moment. I'm logging to my other phone. I had to let it charge for a little bit. And okay. Yeah, I had to let it charge for a little bit. Let's see here. I got the information on my other phone, so I'm gonna give y'all some websites. So here are some of the websites. So if you need someone to talk to you going through it, these are some of the websites that y'all can check out. And I don't even know if I can. Oh man, let me see. Uh, I don't know if I can do that one now that I pinned it. Let me see. No, I can't do that. Darn. Okay, let me see. No, no, no. Hmm. I can't even put it in the comment. I don't even see how to put it in the comment because I pinned it now. So I don't know. Mental health is important, and talking things out is one way to relieve stress. It is very, thank you, Behavior Finance HQ. It is very, very, what's your channel about? My channel is pretty much about my life and what I go through and little simple things, how I save money, how I make a living, motherhood. I had posted a video about dating at 40. I'm 40 plus years old, and I hear a lot of people on the internet talking about dating and the struggles of dating. So I just wanted to point out some things to help them to not give up on love, because love is a beautiful thing, but you have to find it with the right person. And if you're not with the right person, it's not gonna feel worth loving if you're not with the right person. And I was sharing that it's not on her channel now. I privated a video how I was in situations for a very, very long time, and I had to come to the grips that they really wasn't never real, like, kind of sort of relationships. They were just situationships. So you have to understand where you've been in your past with people. Was it a real relationship or just was a situationship that you thought was a relationship, but it really wasn't? So that's what pretty much summed it up about what my channel got going on. So the one of the I wish I could put it in here, but I don't think I can. One of the numbers or things, resources you can reach out to is 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline. That's one um, number you can dial. It's free, 988. Then the next one is Christ text line. You could text home to 741 741, and that's the crisis text line. So text home to 741 741. All right. They support anxiety, relationship issues, emotional overwhelm, panic, sadness, and stress. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Mental health here. Talk about this next one is Samisha National Hot Helpline. That number is 1-800-662-4357. And they help with mental health resources, counseling, referrals, substance use concerns, and emotional support. I don't think I've dialed them. I don't think I called them. But that's another one. So I repeat that number. It's 1-800-662-437-4357. I'm sorry. So the next one is the one for relationship and domestic support. So National Domestic Violence Hotline. So this number is 1-800-799-7233. That's another number y'all can reach out to if you're going through unhealthy relationships, emotional abuse, controlling partners, or safety planning. So I share with you all one situation. I was leaving one of my child's fathers, and it wasn't a healthy relationship, right? So I had to go into a battered women's shelter, and I went to the battered women's shelter. All I took was like our clothes and trash bags, and we checked into the battered women's shelter. Now, the battered women's shelter is a whole nother thing. It's very interesting how they run those battered women's shelters, but it is what it is. I'm very thankful that I was able to go somewhere. Yeah, I could have went with family, but he knew where family was. And the next thing is that during that process, I needed to be around family because I didn't need family to remind me how I should have left him, or why I should have did this, or why I should have did that, or what I should do. So that's why I chose to go somewhere completely away from my family to get the help that I needed to be back good mother for my children. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I went to the battered women's shelter to define to seek safety and to get the resources that I needed to get out of that situation. Sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, I did. So that's what I did. So the next one is called Love is Respect. Now I've called this number several times. It's 1-866-331-9474. Or you could text love is to 22522. It's about support, dating concerns, relationship confusion, boundaries, communication, and breakups. Now, all this is free and confidential. All these numbers that I give y'all are free and confidential. They 24/7. You, like I said, you could call each one of these numbers back to back. You talk to one person, you still stirred up, you still triggered. Call another number. Hopefully, by the time you get to someone who has what God needs for your spirit to feed your spirit, you be done calm down and the situation will soothe itself. You know what I'm saying? But if you gotta call these numbers to get to the right person, it works. Sometimes that first call, that first person you get contact with helps you and you good. But then sometimes like, nah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like one of these numbers on here, I'm gonna just be honest with you. One of these numbers on here, all that was like, yeah, for the whole 15 minutes. I was so freaking pissed. I'm like, I could tell you just riding the clock. You at work, but you riding the clock because you're not even saying anything. Like I was really pissed. So I was like, no. So I kind of figured out what times to call when you get more mature, seasoned people on there. Then you get like younger people who just riding the clock. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. If you call these numbers, you will see. But I got through it. Thank God I got through it. But I had to go through this process to come back and share with my lovely people what I had to do to get through it. Okay. So it says someone just to talk to, a non-crisis emotional support. The warm line. It says on the website is thewarmline.org. They don't have a number. But it helps with stress, loneliness, they need someone to listen, not just crisis. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, Seven Cups. It's a free online emotional support chat. Anonymous chat with trained listeners. It says trained listeners. Great for relationship talk, stress, and just needing someone to listen. It's called Seven Cups. So it's www.sevencups.com. So I guess you just chat. You're not really talking on the phone with them. Then the next one is therapy referral and affordable counseling. Open Path Psychological Collective. It says openpathcollective.org. It's a low cost therapy, $30 to $60 sessions for individual couples and relationship counseling. So if you want therapy, someone that you could talk to, you're not quite sure where to go, BetterHelp might be too expensive, try this company right here. Openpathcollective.org. It says low cost therapy, $30 to $60 per session. So I could go back to that if you want me to and see what they have. So I can go back through the list again and share with you all some of the resources that I actually tried to get through what I'm going through. So the first one was 988. That's the suicide and crisis line. The crisis text line is 741-741. The next one is 1-800-662-4357. The next one is domestic violence hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Then the next one is Love is Respect. It's 1-866-331-9474. And then the warm line is warmline.org. It's a chat where you talk to people through chat. Then it said, okay, no, Seven Cups is the chat support. Say www.sevencups.com. And then the therapy referral counseling. Where you can actually pay for a therapist. Lowest is $30 to $60. So I'm gonna go back to the sevencups.com and see how their website actually look. So it says need someone to talk to. Our counseling listeners are standing by. Get started. So this is what this looks like. It says get started, affordable therapy online, grow at your own pace. So let me see how much it costs. So it says 7 cups for free to start feeling better today. Let's see here. Do you have to pay for it? Say Stanford Medicine. Say create an account. Let's see what it say. They want to know your age. They want to know what email you're trying to use. They want to know your birth month. And they want you to create a password. So I'm doing this in real time, y'all. Let's see here. And you can do it too. Let's see. Create account. So create an account. See what it say. It's going around. So save. It says what? It said what brings you to 7 cups today? Reduce anxiety, lift depression, and improve mood. Manage relationship stress. Get help with addiction. Boost focus and manage ADHD. Says recover from a breakup, feel less lonely, manage family stress, motherhood support, cope with student life pressure, build self-esteem, confidence, get unstuck in life. Wow. Improve emotional balance, explore identity, LGBT support, navigate women's issues, cut down alcohol, or drugs, heal from bullying, feel more in control of bipolar, understand and manage borderline personality, find support with autism spectrum, reduce urges for self-harm, improve general mental healthness, other. So, that's interesting. That is interesting. So let me see here which one I'm going to choose. Uh, let's see what it say. Say, how often do you feel stressed out? Mm, Say, how do you usually cope with your struggling? Say, how would you like to feel every day? See here. So, your free personalized plan to manage relationship stress. See here. Let me see if it's. Oh, you got to pay for it. Oh, okay. So, there's 7 cups you got to pay for. You start for free and then you got to pay for it. So, let's see how much it costs. Let's see how much it costs. See here. Oh, this is neat. Okay. All right then. Let me see here. Oh, okay, you gotta click something. Okay, let's go out of here. Huh. It's like a little diagram. You go through stuff. Oh, so it's like a chat line. Everybody can post how they feel, and then it's like a target track, and then it's an app for this. Okay, okay, and you can talk to an expert today. Let me see if they got somebody available today. Let me see here. Uh, oh, okay. Let me see. Hmm. They can give you homework to do. Mm, let me see here. Let me see. I'm trying to do this in real time, y'all. Let's see what it say. Okay. Wow. So 7 cups, you can have a professional therapist from only 36.59 a week, billed $159 a month. Unlike traditional in-office therapy, which can cost $120, $200 per session, your 7 Cups membership includes the ability to message your therapist anytime from anywhere. The subscription is billed and renewed each month unless it cancels. It includes both the use of the secure site and therapy service itself. Huh. $36 weekly. It says add weekly video sessions for 35 extra per week, normally $55. Good gracious. It says use this code, save $25 for your first month. Huh. Wow. So that might be something. 7 Cups online, 7cups.com. If you want to look into that as a therapy, you're like, oh, Nikki, I'm going through something. I need to talk to someone today. Try to sign up for 7cups.com. Other sites that I gave y'all are free. They're free. Hello there. How you doing? Just talking with my lovely people about some of the things I've been going through.